Miss Brown from Floyd Noms Elementary here. I'm going to teach you how to paint with some everyday things that you have around your house. So today we're going to learn how to paint two spring pictures. We're going to paint some yellow and orange fluffy chicks and some pretty tulip flowers with just using a fork, a Q-tip, and a few simple things, other things around the house. So I'm going to turn you around and let's get started. So we're going to start with our cute little fluffy chicks. And we're just going to use a couple of different things today. We're going to use a fork. We are going to use a Q-tip. We are going to use, this is a basting brush. Ask mom and dad before you take this and use this, but it does wash. Remind them that it will wash. And a cotton ball. Here it is. So we're going to use 4 things, actually 5. I forgot we're going to use a plastic knife as well. So we're going to use these 5 tools that you can find around your house. Remind mom and dad that the fork will wash. I've got a plastic knife so I can throw it away, but if you want to use a regular knife, that's fine. Everything will wash in the dishwasher, or you can wash it yourselves. All right, so to get started, we're going to take the fork and we're going to just dip it in the yellow paint. And we're just going to lay it on our paper and kind of pull it out. And we're going to go in a circle and do this. It kind of helps to keep a circle if you rotate your paper. And we're just going to keep doing that until we have a nice, big, fluffy chick. Now, if you don't have paint, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can have mom or dad or grandma and grandpa call Preston's in Jeffersonville. They will deliver paint to your door. Free delivery. Tell them you need it for New Albany-Floyd County Schools and you get a discount. I'm running out of yellow paint, so I'm going to have to get some more. Give me just a second. All right. That was a nice sound, wasn't it? All right, so now we have our one big, nice, fluffy chick. This is going to be our mama chick. Now, over on the other side, we're just going to do the same thing. Lay your fork on the paper and pull it out. But this time, we don't want it to be as big. This is going to be our baby chick. And remember, it helps if you kind of rotate your paper. So if you can't go to Preston's or you can't order paint from Preston's, no worries. Everybody has sidewalk chalk. And what you can do is you can just crush up some sidewalk chalk, add some water to it, and voila, you have paint. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some grass to our little chickies. So this is where the basting brush comes in. You're just going to dip it in the paint, lay it on the edge of your paper, and pull up. This is going to give us some little grass for our chickies to stand in. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. The more paint you put on here, the thicker your grass will be, definitely. And remind mom and dad, it will wash. Next, we're going to take our knife and we're going to add our legs for our little chickens. So you just dip the knife in black paint and you're just going to draw with it. There's 2 little legs for that one. 2 little legs for this one. Put some little feet on them. This little guy needs some feet. Can you believe we're almost finished with this painting? Whoops. have an apron, but you can get like a paper towel or whatever, and just wipe that knife off and set it to the side. We're going to be using it again, but right now you need your Q-tip, and we're going to dip it in your black paint, and we're going to give our little chickens some eyeballs. There's one. There's two. Let's make this one the same size. Let's give this little chickie some eyeballs. The paint is really wet over here, but here's one little eyeball. Here's a second little eyeball. Now we're going to take the knife again, and we're going to draw some beaks on our little chickies. So there's one little beak. There's two. Aren't they adorable? They're so cute. Last but not least is we're going to take our cotton ball and you're going to tear it in half. You don't need a lot. And you're just going to dip it in the blue paint. Just a little bit, not a lot. And you're just going to kind of dab it on your paper. Yes, dab. And make some little blue fluffy clouds. Maybe this one's kind of running off the page up here. All right, there you go. Two cute, adorable chicks using everyday things around the house. Let me show you how we're going to make some fun tulips just using two different tools. We're going to use our fork and our Q-tip. You can add as many flowers as you want. You can even draw a vase to put your flowers in. It's completely up to you. I'm going to wipe off my fork because it has yellow on it. And I think I'm going to start with the blue. So when you dip your fork in the blue, you're just going to kind of roll it. You want to make sure that you get paint on this back side as well as on all the prongs. When you go to make your flowers and paint, you're going to press the back of your fork on your paper and then roll it forward. So I'm going to add a couple blue ones. Maybe I'll do one more blue one kind of over here. I'm going to wipe that off just with a paper towel or whatever you have. And I'm going to add a couple of purple ones. So again, you want to make sure that you get the back of that fork with paint on it, and you press the back down and then you roll it forward. Press the back down and roll it forward. I'm going to wipe the purple off. I'm going to add some yellow ones. Yellow is such a pretty, bright, happy color. So let's get a couple yellow ones in here. Now, if you don't wipe your fork off perfectly, you're going to get some multicolored ones like I have gotten, which is totally fine. It actually makes it look a little bit cooler. You can do as many colors as you want or as little colors as you want. I'm going to add one more color. I've got orange over here. So I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure that the paint is on the back and on the prongs. I'm going to press it down and roll it up. Press the back down and roll it up. Now that I have plenty of flowers, I'm going to get my Q-tip out, and I've already used this. It's already got the green on it, so I'm ready to go. And I'm just going to dip it a little bit in the green, and you're just going to draw. So you're just going to draw your stems. You can have stems that are wavy. You can have straight stems. And you may have to dip it in the paint a couple of times. Q-tips kind of absorb the paint, so you have to dip it a couple of times. Got a little drip there, but it'll be all right. So each one of your tulips gets a really cool stem. Now, I know you're thinking, well, I have a paintbrush. Can I use a paintbrush? it's so much more fun to paint with things that you don't normally paint with. You always paint with a paintbrush. So try painting with something different instead of just a paintbrush. These two stems I'm going to have kind of touch each other. This is going to be a long, skinny one coming down through here. When your stems are all finished, this one's going to kind of curve this way. I'm going to crisscross these guys just for fun. When your stems are finished, then you can go back and you can add some leaves to all of your beautiful tulips. Just like so. And when you're done, you have a beautiful spring picture, two beautiful spring pictures that you can hang in your window or give to a grandparent or to your mom. Thanks for painting with me today. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Come back and see me next time, and we're going to paint with some more fun things from around the house.